Hello and welcome to Stitching with Jolly on the Road. I'm out here in my she shed, as you can tell. I have a few projects going on and I wanted to share with you today a little bit of a better video of my haul that I got from StitchCon. The setup there wasn't quite to par for showing you up close videos, so I'm going to show you my haul first. I got Matilda Drives the Stitchy Bus, which is super, super cute. Someone bought this just to donate money and then gave me the chart, which I thought was super sweet. And I got the Sue Hills StitchCon with the Journey series, Joy in the Journey. And I love the bicycle with the basket and all the little sewy stuff in there. And while I was at StitchCon, I bought my fabric, which is a 36 count linen by Atomic Ranch, and it's called Mellow Stone. And I think that's really, really going to be pretty. I didn't really want all white on the background for that, so I think this has a little bit of coloring to it, which will show up real nice. I had this pattern. I love ships. I've loved ships. One of the very first cross stitches I ever did was a ship that I did for my son, and my son is now in the Navy. And so I still have this love for ships. And I bought this a year or two ago, and I love that stormy ship, the stormy ship in the sea. And my grandson is actually redoing his bedroom. He's 11, going to be 12, and I'm going to stitch this for him for his room because he has anchors and all kinds of water things in there. And I bought this Ada, 18 count Ada, color Michelle from Grace Notes, which I think is going to be really pretty. Hope you can see that coloring in that. I think that's just going to look really, really nice. That one I want to start. I'm getting ready to go to California next week for a month because my daughter is moving here from California, and I'm going to take this one with me because 18 count I can see without a magnifying glass. So I'm super excited to start that one. I got this cute little chicken math. Isn't that so cute? So cute. The little barn with the two chickens, and they just multiply like crazy. This is by Forbidden Fiber Company, original design by Leanne Ross. And I got this beautiful blue. And this is a 32 count linen by 4-Night Fabric called Blueberry Cobbler. And I just think that'll look really super cute. My sister-in-law in Texas started raising chickens before the pandemic hit. And she has quite a little chicken coop down there. And I love this by Lindy Stitches, Mary Mary Needleworker. I give away so much of the things that I make that I thought I should make something for me. So I saw this one, I thought it was really cute, but I didn't really want to do it on this color fabric, though I saw this perfect color fabric at Keepsakes when I was at StitchCon. I love yellow, so this is lemon yellow. It's Belfast linen, 32 count. And I think that's just going to look gorgeous on there. I am going to change the color of her skirt right here. I'm not sure what color I'm going to put on that yet, but someday when I get to it. These are my future projects. And then my big project that I bought was by the Blue Flower called Happy Campers. I love this. I'm a camper. I love nature. I love outdoors. I was actually a full-time RVer for 8 years. We lived on the road. We had a 40-foot fifth wheel. We did give that up to take care of my dad, who lived with us the last 4 years of his life. He's been gone about 5 years now, but it's just too expensive to go back on the road and someday buy a house again. So my husband's quite happy being a homebody now. And I absolutely love this. Is by Grace Notes in the color Doris. It is going to be a challenge because it's in 46 count linen, and I've never done anything that small before, but this is going to be gorgeous. Cannot wait to get that started. Have to get that one up though. So that was my haul at StitchCon. I really, really loved StitchCon, made a lot of new friends, loved everything everybody was working on. It's so inspiring to just walk around the room and see what everybody's working on. I'm also a quilter. This is a quilt I made. This was the Splendid Sampler, which was done in 2017, and it's going to go up on my living room wall. I have to make a sleeve for it and buy the rod to put it up, but super, super excited about that. And back here is my Lady of the Flag, which I worked on at StitchCon, and actually have been seriously working on it ever since I got home from StitchCon. I have quite a bit done on that. And I'm going to show you my other projects. Now, I love Heaven and Earth designs. They're big designs. And so I don't get a lot. I don't have any finishes at this point in time. So I've been trying to buy smaller things to work on so that I can have finishes between my Heaven and Earth designs. And my granddaughter that lives in California that's getting ready to move in with me, her name is Raven. And I saw this on Heaven and Earth design, and I knew I just had to make that for her. Now, I haven't started this yet, but I do have it ready to go. And this is called Raven Blue, and the artwork is by Joe Lynch. And I just love it. And I have all the floss. I have the fabric. It's ready to go. I just have to have time to do it. I also work part-time at Chick-fil-A, which keeps me very busy. And I'm also a scrapbooker, and also quilt, and I also cross-stitch. And I also have a husband and 2 dogs. So very, very busy. Getting ready to have the daughter, her husband, 2 kids, and their 5 dogs moving in with us. So that's like going to be seriously crazy. But that's okay. I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like I've missed out on a lot in the last, Raven is 6 and Price is 4. I feel like I've missed out a lot in those last 6 years. I've only seen them twice a year. So this is another one I love by Heaven and Earth called Mini Sunshines, and it's by Marianne Broom is the designer. Of course, Michelle at Heaven and Earth charts all of these. I just love the colors in this. It looks so realistic. It's just beautiful. And yes, I have a very small start on it right there in the corner. And we will get back to stitching on this someday too. I started out doing the whole whip thing this year, but once I start stitching on something, I really find that I want to finish it. And so I kind of get obsessed working on it and have a hard time switching back to something else. But we'll see how the rest of the year pans out. This is Heaven and Earth Mini American Angel by Donna Gelsinger. And I love all things Americana as well. So love anything red, white, and blue. I do Quilts of Valor as well. And I do have a nice start on this one, the blue skies and everything. So I have no idea what count this is without taking everything apart, and I'm not going to do that right now. And it doesn't really matter, just as long as I get to stitch on it and someday get it done. Love that one though. That's really, really, really going to be pretty. These are not the super big Heaven and Earth design ones, but they're about, 10 by 12 or 11 by 14, something like that. This one was, I surprisingly last year started to do a bunch of challenges, which never got finished. And one of the challenges was like a monochromatic type picture. And so I found this Heaven and Earth design called First Snow by Katrina Kalkutis. I'm terrible with names. Adorable, so cute, so cute. And this was also a challenge. Haven't got a lot done on it. I'm sure you can see what I have there. Very hard to stitch white on white. Oh my gosh. And I do love the gridded fabric. Super, super nice. But this one, yeah, this one's a challenge. And I really need to get back to it. I have a new magnifying light. It's an alt light. It's pretty big with a light ring and a big magnifier around it. So it makes it super easy to see my cross stitching. So I'm going to do some Christmas ones that I have. These are not Heaven and Earth design, and I cannot say who this one is by. C-U-O-R-E-E, Batakuri. I don't know. I know you all know who it is, but it's Christmas in the Snow. And I thought, okay, I'm going to challenge myself and do something that's not full coverage, where I actually have to count not just in 10 by 10 squares. So, which that 10 by 10 squares was a whole new concept to me with from cross stitching 30 or 40 years ago, and then picking it up again a couple years ago and seeing, oh my gosh, we have cross country. Oh my gosh, we have this square and a square. You know, you do a 10 by 10 square and you have parking. And it's like all of this was new. So I definitely hit YouTube up and learned a lot about what's new in cross stitching by watching those new YouTube videos. And so this one is super cute though. I love the little girl. She's so cute. And this one's actually been fun to stitch, and I am learning to count. And I did get me and my buddies at my stitching table at StitchCon little counters from a place on Etsy. So I'm super excited to use those in situations like this. So I have quite a few, I have a few, not quite a few, but I have a few Christmas stitches. This one I collected over time, and this is by Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's the Nutcracker Village. And I have all of the different village pieces that go with it. And I got this because my girls, when they were little and they danced in the Nutcracker in their dance studio in Ashland, Ohio. So I'm sure that's probably all coming out backwards because of the way I have my video, but until I get better at videotaping this, I got to see what I'm doing. So super cute. And then this will be, all the villages will be all done on one piece. And that's been a lot of fun to stitch too. Really enjoying stitching on that one. And this is a Mirabilla cross stitch, and I believe it's just called Santa. Let me see. Yep, it's just called Santa by Nora Corbett, of course. And he's really, really cute. Now, I thought he was full coverage, but actually some of the pieces back here in this background, they're open, so it's not full coverage there. But he's super rich. The colors are gorgeous. He's what I think of when I think of Santa. And I have a pretty good little start on him. And he's been really fun to stitch on. I have learned that stitching with all white is a challenge, and I've never beaded before either. So stitching and leaving the openings for the beading is also new to me. And there's, of course, a lot of beading on Lady of the Flag. So I'm super excited to learn beading as I go along. And this one is a Bucella, maybe that's how you say it, heirloom collection. I bought this like at a auction table, and it's just cute. I have a cat, not cute as this one. I have a cat, her name is Bally, and we call her She-Devil Spitfire, if that tells you anything. But this is super cute little stitch, and it was a kit. It all came together. I love the butterfly, I love the cat, I love the flowers. And I found that the fabric wasn't quite big enough, so I actually stitched some excess on there so that I would have room to put it in the hoop and not stretch the fabric too much. But that's working pretty good. I really like it. It's I don't know if that's in focus good enough, but this has been a fun stitch. It's a bigger stitch than I normally, and the coverage is just one thread, but I think it's gonna be really cute when it's done. And then my last one is, I think you say this artsy cross stitch called the New Day. And I got this one in memory of my dad because he loved the mountains. He was from good old Hazard, Kentucky, and migrated to Ohio. But he loved the mountains, he loved nature, he loved bears, he loved all things outside, and he really taught me my love for nature. And this one I'm working on with parking, so that's kind of a new technique for me, but I love it. Beautiful colors in this one, and I wish I had it done by now because I would love to have it up on my wall. So I also have another big Heaven and Earth design. It's like this big. I don't have a lot done on it. I'll show it to you later when I have the picture and everything, but I really enjoyed learning. My favorite question at StitchCon, I went around and asked everybody, so what's your favorite technique for having the perfect stitch? And I got lots of varied answers. from Practice, Practice, Practice from Pam, who says, yeah, I've been doing this for 45 years, and to the Lone Ranger, Levi, I think his name was, who stitches on 46, 48, 50 count, and challenged me, and I did stitch on a 40, I think it was a 40 or 42 count. I did a little couple stitches, practice stitches, and I did it. And unbeknownst to me, I had already bought that 46 count fabric for Happy Camper. So, but I can't see it with my magnifier. I did have a cataract surgery a few years back, and I did have corrective lenses put in. But I also found that before I could see up really close with no problem, and now I can only see about 18 inches before I need the famous cheaters or my actual regular. I have a prescription for just clears up a little bit of the distance, but mostly the bifocals. So I do have that. So I'm probably not going to have any more videos in the next month because I am going to California. I might try to get on and just do a quickie about California and my grandkids. I'll be helping my daughter pack up her house, and we will be flying home with the children at the end of July sometime. And I'm super excited. It'll probably be my last big trip to California. I love California. There's a varied amount of things to see in California. You have the desert, you have the forest, the sequoias and the redwoods are absolutely magnificent trees. And as a full-timer, we did get to do some of the sites in California. The ocean, the beaches, the mountains are very, very much different than what we have on the East Coast. They're very rocky, but even rocks are beautiful because God made it all. And the blue skies and the trees and the people, Kelsey and her friends have been fabulous to me. They've just all included me as part of their family wherever we go. The restaurants are amazing. The food is amazing. And I've really, really enjoyed it. I definitely want to go to Cody's in La Jolla. My daughter used to work there years ago when she first moved to California, and it's one of my favorite places, and they treat her like family and me like family. Love that. Love the whole gang over at Cody's. I have a friend who just had a new baby over there. They are the godparents to my grandchildren and want to see their new baby. So look out, Megan and Zach. I'm coming to hold the baby, and super excited for that. And have some other friends, Ty and Allie and their family, that have been super close with Kelsey and Theron over the years. So excited to see them as well. And excited to pack up my babies and bring them home where I can maybe be a little more involved in their lives. And I do have 3 grandchildren that live here. Like I say, Anderson is going to be 12 at the end of August. And my next grandson, Kyle, just turned 18. He'll be a senior at Pine Lake Prep. And then my oldest granddaughter, believe it or not, is 20 years old, goes to college and works at Starbucks. And they all live just down the road from me, about 15 minutes away. And my daughter, Sarah, and her husband, Matt. And we've been very, very blessed to be close to them while they were growing up and being involved in school activities and campouts and family dinners and the big Easter egg hunt we have every year in our backyard. We have a little 1-acre house on a hill, we call it, here in Mooresville. And it's just our little bit of paradise. And I have found over the years of traveling 2 things. Every state has the same city. All the cities, there's a Cleveland, Ohio, there's a Cleveland, Tennessee, there's a Cleveland, every state has the same. There's a Cleveland National Forest in California. Go figure. I don't know how that happened. But a lot of the cities are all named in the same states. And everybody that has their little house, no matter how small or how big or how wonderful or how needs loving touches, it's their little piece of paradise, and they are so thankful that they have a roof over their head. This day and age when we have so many homeless in America, my heart aches for them, just to have this she shed, which people would love to just live in, I have air conditioning, I have heating, I have this mini split right here, I have LED lighting, we put in windows. It's just my little paradise right here, and my little home, even though it's a little 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom ranch home, about 1,200 square feet. It's our little paradise. It's just our little piece of heaven, and we're so thankful to have it. And I know all of you out there are thankful for all that you have. And I just want to thank you so much for watching my channel. Please subscribe. I haven't learned how to edit or do any of those. Add those subscribe buttons, add that description box down below. Maybe I'll get some time to study up on that while I'm in California. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll try to come in with an update sometime in the next month, and we'll see how far I get on the sailing ship called the Storm while I'm in California. So, and I'll show you a few other things when I come back. Until then, take care, God bless, and thank you so much for subscribing to Stitching with Jolly on the Road. Bye.